All right, guys, this is a awesome episode brought to you by the Junk Removal Authority. We've got the AdWords return on investment tool done, and this is a tool that is going to be available on our website. It will be on our website, junkremovalauthority.com, early next week. You'll be able to locate it once our new website goes live next week. So, in the meantime, you can always email me, Lee at junkremovalauthority.com, Lee at junkremovalauthority.com, if you would like an access to this tool beforehand. So, the way this thing works, this right here is our projections for March. Just recently updated. We had a really good week this week. So the last time I looked at this last week when we were meeting with some people, talking to them about doing AdWords for them, we were at 186 jobs, and our average job income was, I think it was like 285, something like that. So we've had some very large jobs this week from AdWords. Again, this is only AdWords jobs. AdWords is just under half of our business, so we've got a lot of repeat business and all that we do as well. So AdWords makes up about 50% of our business, and this is the 50%, and these expenses and all are just on these Google jobs, and this income is just Google. So everything else is separated out. This is just AdWords, again, and these are March projections. So the way this tool works is you can change any of this. So the minimum, what we always look for at one point, $75. This right here is cost per lead. So this is how much does it cost you in advertising to get one job. So if you change this price to 75, which our worst location does $75, and that's Charlotte, and 75 is kind of our target. So if you change it to 75, if the entire company all the way around was doing 75, it's going to modify the AdWords numbers right there, and you can see it brings the profit down by about 5K. Now our best location is Raleigh. Raleigh averages about 35. So $35 per job lead. So if the whole entire campaign, if we could get Charlotte down, Charlotte and Greensboro are about identical. They're both about 35. And then not Charlotte, Raleigh and Greensboro are identical. They're both about 35, and Charlotte lags behind on average. So right now we're averaging about 52. That's the exact number I pulled. The individual numbers for Charlotte, Raleigh, and Greensboro could be a bit off, but generally somewhere around 35 is where Raleigh is. So we'll go ahead and update it up to 52 right here, and you can see the kind of numbers here. And then all this is just you would input in your percentages. Now, this average management fee, I tell you what, just you can see what we've got here. Our labor, you could very well have lower labor because you're going to be on, especially starting out, you're likely going to be on the truck some. You're going to get busy enough. With the JRA managed AdWords campaign, you're going to get so busy that you will need to learn how to get off the truck, and you're going to need to learn how to train people up, and you're going to need to buy additional trucks. Again, though, we don't have to scale up this spend immediately. We're going to start on a lower budget that you're comfortable with, and we're going to just scale it up as you add trucks and as you add people capable of carrying out the work. Again, this is a proven campaign. It's just a matter of monitoring the numbers. You put this campaign, it's going to immediately start working. I almost guarantee it. It's worked for us at all three of our locations, and it's worked for our partners. So let's go to the one that's going to be more like, let's input in some numbers that you're going to be more used to seeing. Okay. All right. So this right here is a typical company that we're going to work with. This is a company that has one truck. They're starting out. They're just getting going. And a lot of times we find the companies that are most likely to work with us generally are the newer ones. They're less set in their ways. And part of the problem is a lot of junk removal businesses have tried AdWords before and unsuccessfly. And it's just not profitable. So, and it had gotten that point for junk doctors where it was not profitable, where every job we did for Google, when we added more and more Google jobs, the amount of money we were profiting was going down because Google had gotten so expensive. The reason that I'm comfortable coming on here and showing you like the numbers from junk doctors like I just showed you, is I know nobody else is going to be able to do this. So I'm not worried about my competition in the North Carolina markets, because if they attempted to keep up with us on AdWords, they literally could very well spin themselves out of business. So AdWords is dangerous as hell trying out now because it has gotten so expensive. When we first started, it was so much cheaper that you could get away with some sloppy play. We did waste over 300 grand, until we really figured it out and tuned it. It was 300 grand. We just learned over years of how to run this campaign, and we hit on something recently that just makes it a given that a junk removal company is going to be profitable on AdWords. So anyway, this right here has got what we always do when we project expenses is we figure it at $75 per job. That it costs you $75 for every job you get, and generally we find it's better. You're normally closer to $50 or so, but we always plan worst case scenario. So this right here has a total Google ad spend budget of $4,500 for the month. $1,200 a month is our ongoing AdWords management fee. That's what we charge ongoing. Now, right off the bat, your very first month, you're paying us $3,000. So your very first month is going to be less. You're looking at $1,245 on your total. Now, once you get into the point, the next few months, you're going to be paying us $1,750. Starting the next month. So you're looking at $2,495 on the profit. And then once you get down after 6 months, where you're paying us $1,200 continually to manage your campaign, it brings up your profit to $3,045 just on AdWords jobs. Remember, if you do a good job, people are going to be booking again. You're going to get repeat business. So this is going to be profitable right from the start, and it's going to lead into repeat and referral business. And we've also got a great way of getting reviews online and encouraging people, and also referral program that really helps out and get additional referrals. So if this number gets closer to 50, as you can see, all of a sudden you're profiting for almost $4,500 off AdWords. Guys, it's going to really surprise some of you, but it's that simple. I mean, it's just we figured this campaign out. Looking forward to spreading it with everybody. Give it a shot. If you've been in business for a while, if you've tried AdWords and it hasn't worked, this is going to work. So always just give us a call. Now, one thing you'll notice here is the labor rate's at 25%. This assumes you're not on the vehicle. So, or that you are on the vehicle, that you're on the jobs. Now, if you are not on the trucks, your labor rate's going to be closer to 30%, something like that. The reason it's 25 is because what I'm assuming is at 25% instead of it just being like 20%, cutting everything in, cutting it in half, is because I figure as an owner, you're going to have to be answering the phone. If you're not using the JRA call center, you're going to have to be answering the phone, or unless your wife or something is taking calls, you're going to have to be answering the phone. So that's the reason I just lower it 5% instead of lowering it to 10, because it generally is going to take you a little bit longer being on the job than some well-trained team members. So that has your net profit. If you're on the truck per job, AdWords at 50.75. Now, these could be a bit different in your market. A lot of you are not going to be doing workers' comp. I do not recommend that, but a lot of you will not be doing workers' comp. And so if you eliminate that out, then that raises your profit up right there, just right off the bat if you don't have workers' comp. You need to get workers' comp as soon as you can. Now also, that was the 3% rate that was inputted in there was the junk doctor's rate, which is significantly lower because we've been in business, significantly lower than if you're just starting. So you're going to be more along the lines of 5%, whereas we're at 3%. Now, what's going to happen, guys, is you're going to scale. This is going to scale up. Right here, I mean, this is just basically 2 jobs per day. At 60 jobs, it's 2 jobs per day. And a well-run AdWords campaign is going to average probably 3 per day. So, you're going to be, if you max out your budget, if you get to the point where your budget's so high, the campaign's not going to be turning off, or we're not going to be lowering bids, then you're going to be likely closer to 90 jobs. We're going to raise the labor rate up because obviously at 90 you can't do all the jobs at 90. Well, potentially you could. because that would only be like 3 jobs a day. It just depends on how much other repeat business you're getting, or and all that kind of stuff. Because we figure most trucks can handle, and actually that's more than 3 a day because close Sundays and all. So this is likely you're going to need some help. So we'd go ahead and bump it up to 30%, and you're at 34, 35 at that point, and you're not on the truck quite often. So if you're at 25% where you're on the truck, then you're up to 46.72. And if for some reason you still aren't paying workers' comp, that you're almost $6,000. And guys, that's $72,000 a year almost profit off AdWords. And it's just so cool. I don't understand. I see these videos and nobody does it. Well, I do understand. Nobody's doing AdWords because they really haven't figured it out. We were stubborn and dumb enough or something to just keep spending money until we figured it out. We were also lucky that we started when AdWords was so much cheaper than it is now. Now you can the clicks are so expensive that if you have wasted clicks out there, it just ruins you. I want to tell everybody, self-managing it, you cannot learn it quick enough. You cannot self-manage. And if Google is giving you tips, Google wants you to spend money. 90% of their revenue comes from Google AdWords. So if you're taking their tips, they can show you some neat stuff. But remember, their overall objective is to increase your ad spend because that's how they make money. On our end, we charge flat rates. First month, $3,000. Next month, $1,700. The next 4 months, $1,750. And then the last month and on out, $1,200 per month. And it's a flat rate, so what we're looking for is to make sure you have profitable business. We take a multifaceted approach too. So if you're on the truck a lot and because you're on the truck, you're able to have lower rates because you have lower overhead. We might actually lower your bidding. So we'll try and catch the people that are price shopping a little bit, and to work with, if you've got a professional JRA website, we're really good for the small companies, that real small companies out there where the owner's on the truck, it really highlighting that fact, and that's a big time selling point. If you can claim it as long as you can. Because what happens is people that shop will see that you have the best price or at least a very competitive price, and they'll see that you're probably more professional because you're using that JRA website and the way we highlight it. But they'll see you're a lot more professional than some of your competition that's lower priced. So we've seen it all. We've really seen it all, and we know how to attack both ends of the spectrum, the cheaper priced companies as well as the more expensive. Just give us a call at 919-466-9322. Email me, lee@junkremovalauthority.com, lee@junkremovalauthority.com with any questions. And if you just want to play around on this, then just email me, and I'll give you access to where you can mess around on this spreadsheet. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.